I got in a fight twice.
At In-N-Out.
Yeah, In-N-Out.
Everyone's so happy when they're in it.
Yeah.
I feel like.
A guy reached through the drive-through window and like assaulted one of the young pretty girls.
Oh, wow.
Because you always put the pretty people at like the register and at the window.
Yeah, you don't want the ugly people there.
Yeah, like the Tims aren't there. I'm doing the fries.
You're in the back.
I'm the back.
You're in the back.
Right?
Yeah,
like take the hairy-handed ogre that's kind of an idiot and like get him away from the customers.
Make the shades. Yeah.
So I was like doing the fries, which is right next to the drive-through window. And the last thing when you're packaging up the food to go in there is the fries. So I'm like right immediately adjacent to her. And like, I hear this guy saying some nasty stuff in the window and I'm already irritated. And then I see him like lean through and grab her, like straight up sexual assault.
Jesus.
So like a lawn dart through the window, Tim gets launched. Like, yeah, I was like Superman.
16.
Like a retarded raccoon.
Yeah.
You know, right into a dumpster. That was this
In-N-Out.
And I fought everybody in the car. So you weren't allowed to do that. And then somebody used a racial slur, and you know our stainless steel counters are like they're polished and they're super slippery. Nice. So I like you know, like when you're sliding across the hood of a car in like the 60s and 70s porn movies.
Yeah.
When I heard somebody say they're waiting for food and it's not coming fast enough, and they said something nasty to one of the guys that was working there.
Black guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, I have a straight to violence button.
You're like, all right, here we go.
Let's go.
Yeah. So I would have gave you a promotion.
Yeah.
Like, we need this guy, man.
Nah. So I'm not sure if it was like
of In-N-Out.
the jumping through the window, beating a dude in the lobby, throwing knives in the back, launching potatoes. It was a good,
all the above.
It was a healthy.
And when he fired, he's like, Tim, we love you. Everyone loves you.
Yeah.
You can't have this.
You're great.
You're great. You're the best. We gotta let you go, dude. Yeah. You're liability, man.
Super liability.
Super liability.
Steve just got an award for the Snyder family as like, because he does a bunch of philanthropic work and he's been working for the company I worked for him when I was 16.
Jeez.
He's still working for him. And it was a great career.
Same story out there in California?
No. He like became like a regional manager, and then regional manager started like
crushing it. Yeah.
But it's just like Chick-fil-A. They truly care about the food, and they truly care about the customer, and they truly care about the employees. You know, like they're not paying people minimum wage.
Yeah.
They're
taking care of them.
Yeah. You work in In-N-Out like as a 16-year-old.
So when your son wants fast food, will you go to In-N-Out usually?
He likes P. Terry's more.
Yeah.
That's his favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wants the chicken burger with mayonnaise only, or he wants a double burger with ketchup only.
Not mad at it. Yeah, kids only fuck with ketchup only.
Yeah.
That's it every time.
That's sugar.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. At least you don't have the red 40 in this ketchup. Thanks for that.
What else you got, Jen?
By the way, were you training at that time when you were at In-N-Out?
I was, yeah.
So you knew how to beat those guys up. Okay.
Yeah, I started.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that kid making the fries getting fired.
Yeah. I started fighting really, really early. I was a martial artist as a kid, karate, you know, taekwondo, because jiu-jitsu, I had to drive 2 hours to the closest Brazilian jiu-jitsu school. We had a Japanese jiu-jitsu school in Atascadero, and that was but they still used weapons. They did a lot more striking. So it wasn't like Brazilian jiu-jitsu. The closest purple belt was 2 hours away. Jeez. The other option was driving to San Francisco to train with like Cesar Gracie and Jake. And it was Jake Shields and Chuck Liddell and Bo Taylor that showed up. They just were like looking for jiu-jitsu or wrestling or kickboxing or kempo or boxing. And they showed up in my gym. And I thought I was like a big deal. And then I had Jake Shields and Chuck Liddell.
Different animal.
Yeah, and Chuck was 24.
Problem.
Yep. And Jake was, he's my age, so same age, teenager, balled me up.
Monster at the time. Monster. Still is.
Yeah.
Still is. Man, I dropped my son off at his baseball camp, and all the young coaches that play at the college that I took him to, they're all, talking about UFC, and all of them like, man, we want to start in jiu-jitsu. I'm like, you're in the right spot. Like, really? I'm like, you're in literally the capital of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Best jiu-jitsu on the planet.
Like, really? I'm like, yes, they're all here. You guys, now's the time.
I get so mad. People, I have a big school, 500 members, 600 members. And they come in there and they're like whining about something. I'm like, you have Giancarlo Badoni that's teaching the morning classes. He's the 2-time ADCC world champion. Your midday class is Pat Miller. Like, that guy has won more championships and super fights. Monster. We have 40 black. I would drive 2-3 hours to train with a purple belt.
When I was coming up, there was one black belt, dude. And you were like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Here, Like even yesterday at our fucking boxing workout, how many
Yesterday,
black belts
there
are
were
there?
eight black belts. Tackett was there. William Tackett was there. Tackett brother was there. Was Andrew Tackett there as well? Then we had Shane Steiner, Sean. Yeah, we had 8 black belts in like an old man fight club workout.
It's unheard of, dude. Unheard of. I tell all the young kids, I'm like, now's the time. You're literally at the pinnacle of jiu-jitsu right now.
People would text me like, "Hey, I want to start jiu-jitsu. Where should I go?" I'm like, "Where do you live?"
Throw a dart.
Because within 5 miles, there's going to be a world champion.
Yes.
Anywhere in the whole city. It's so cool.
Just get going, boys.
Yeah.
I told them, they're like, yeah, we wrestle in the dorms. Like, yeah, learn how to do it for real.
2012, when I got here, like by far the best grappler here. Like I'm not top 20 here.
Oh, dude. Monsters everywhere.
Yeah.
It's such a good time if you're into jiu-jitsu.
So fun.
Just go, man.
Yeah.
That's what I told these kids.
Just
I'm like,
do it.
literally pick.
Yeah. No?
That anonymous thing's fucking scary, dude.
Yeah. And it's scary because he's got a mask and he's in like.
Yeah, and his voice. Yeah. But also, last thing about them, like, if I'm expecting a false flag. I'm like, they're probably not going to do it in Texas.
Nah.
If I was in LA, like I've had times where my buddy's high level out there, you probably know who he is. He'll call me like, don't go to the mall with your kids this weekend. Don't go to the movie theaters. I'm like, what? He's like, yep. He's like, they're not announced on the news. They don't want to freak people out, but there's something going on. Just be smart.
Yeah.
Don't go to the baseball game.
When you're looking
Don't
for
go to
soft
Monster Jam.
targets, you're not looking at a state where 70% of the people walk around with guns.
Yeah. That's probably right.
Have you seen the video? Chin, you got to find so this guy tries to rob a convenience store in Texas, and every single person in the convenience store has a gun. And so like the guy rolls up, pulls a gun, he's like, "Give me your money." And then 7 guns come out.
Bad idea. Bro.
Bad idea. There was a shooting outside of Dallas, and the guy has a shotgun underneath his trench coat, and he's there to, do mass murder and kill the pastor. He walks through the back door of the church.
So it's an older dude, right? And just bam.
Yeah, shoots the first guy as he's trying to get his gun out. And then he gets smoked by another guy with a gun in the back. And if you just hit play on the video, in the next 3 seconds, 10 different guns come out of the congregation and they're all running towards this guy. It's just not the place that you want to, have some shenanigans go down.
It's all scary. Yeah, like when I first moved my neighborhood, I was like, is there a lot of crime out here? Like, no, not at all. And he was like, people have guns. He's like, there was a time where some moron, they weren't there long. They moved out after this. He was in a Tesla. And he's just like mid-20s, so some rich crypto kid or some shit moved in the neighborhood. And he was going crazy around the neighborhood and was firing a gun. And a lady was walking, and he accidentally, the gun like went shot, and it hit above her head into the house. And I'm like, oh my God, what happened? He's like, well, you're in Texas, son. That lady went and got she had a machine gun and just came out and lit his car up and shut it down.